What is going on, everyone? We are back with another Platinum Trophy video, and this time we are getting the Mafia Definitive Edition Platinum Trophy. Simply put, this game is outstanding. It is everything I wanted and then some. I never played the original Mafia when it first came out in the mid-2000s because at the time, I thought the gameplay looked pretty bad. Even for back then, I thought the gameplay looked pretty bad. And I've always heard over the years that Mafia's story was excellent. Well, that's all well and good, but you need to have at least solid gameplay for me to play it. Because that's what you're doing when you're playing a video game. You're actually playing it. And if it's not fun to play, then nothing else matters. At least to me. So, I never played the original Mafia, but I loved Mafia 2. I loved Mafia 2. I played through Mafia 2 several times since it came out. And I've always said I would love for them to remake Mafia. Please remake Mafia. It needs it. I want to actually play it. And it took many years after Mafia 2 came out, but they finally did it. They announced, alongside the Mafia 2 remaster, they announced Mafia Definitive Edition. They were going to remake Mafia. And I got super excited, and it is here. I've already played through it twice, and like I said, the story is excellent. I now understand what all the hype was about the story. This is one of the best game stories I've ever seen. It's almost like this could be a movie. This is like The Godfather and all those other type of movies. It's great. And the gameplay in this, it's not amazing, but it's solid enough to me. Like, the sprinting is awkward, and going from cover to cover is awkward, but other than that, I have no issue with the gameplay. I don't know what people are talking about, honestly, when they say that the gameplay is terrible. It's like, not every game needs to be super fast-paced, like a lot of other third-person shooters. I don't mind the slower pace of this game. It makes it more realistic. It makes you feel like you're actually in the 1930s. And Tommy Angelo, the main character, he's not well trained in these weapons. So him having weapon sway and not having perfect accuracy makes sense. Now, some people aren't into that kind of stuff, but I am. I like that kind of stuff in games, so I had no issue with it. The only gripe I have about this game, and this is just a personal thing, is I wish the game was longer. Maybe I'm being selfish there, but I wish the game was longer because the game spans over 8 years. From 1930 to 1938. I think that they skip years in between. I mean, at one point it skips 3 years. I mean, you mean to tell me nothing productive happened in 3 years? I find that hard to believe. So, I just wish there were more missions. Like maybe a mission for each year in between the other major years. But like I said, that's just me. I mean, the game already has 18 missions. Like, I think it's 18 missions. So it's not like this is a short game. I just wanted more of this game. And I'm about to drum up something that'll probably never happen. But I would love to see this game get DLC. I know that'll probably never happen. This is probably a one and done game. They're just going to respect the original and just leave it at that, but I would love DLC. I would love more missions of this game. But like I said, it's probably not going to happen, so. As for the trophies, it's not the hardest game, but it ain't easy. Classic difficulty will test you. And, I mean, there are some parts of classic difficulty that aren't that hard, especially if you already played through this game the first time. But the race, the infamous race, is as hard as people said it is. It took me about 2 hours to do that race. And there are some missions where it is actually pretty difficult because the checkpoints aren't close together. And you don't take a lot of damage in classic difficulty. But it's not the hardest game. But it will definitely test you. It ain't easy. And if you're not a fan of collectibles, you're not going to like this. There are a ton of collectibles in this game. There's one collectible, it's a Fox collectible, which I don't understand why I don't know what significance the fox has with this game. Maybe someone who's watching this can explain it to me, but I just don't get it. But the magazines are pretty cool, but there's way too many of them. So, anyway, for the final trophy here before we get the platinum is we have to perform a 3-second wheelie in a motorcycle. It sounds simple enough, but it might not be. We'll have to try. I've never actually tried it. So, just going through my cars here. So, here's another thing I don't like real quick. I don't like that they put other Mafia characters' cars in this game. Like, see, here's Vito's car from Mafia 2 in the 50s, and here's Lincoln Clay's car from Mafia 3 in the 60s. It doesn't fit the time period. Please stop doing this. I like my games authentic. I do. I like them just stick in their time period. But once again, that's just me. Maybe you're fine with that. But another thing is, the cars look cooler back then. They just do. Like, I see, the more I play these type of games, the more I see these classic cars, I just think they look so much cooler. But like I said, yeah, I stole an ice cream truck. I stole an ice cream truck. There we go. There's a motorcycle. Alright, let's give this a shot. I'm probably going to edit this if this takes longer than it should. So we're going to need to find a flat surface right here. Okay. Holding down stick doesn't work. Okay, let's try something else. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Think I did it. There we go. There's the Stunt Rider trophy. And there's the Platinum trophy, the original gangster. Finally did it. I now have every single Mafia game platinumed. I have this game platinum, Mafia Definitive Edition. I have Mafia 2 on PS3 and PS4 platinumed. And I have Mafia 3 platinum. So I have now platinumed all Mafia games. That is awesome. Once again, I highly recommend this game, especially if you love Mafia 2 and you love this time period. It's a great story, solid enough gameplay. I think you'll like it. And it's only $40, so it's not even a full $60. Support this game. Hangar 13 did a great job, and even though it's probably not going to happen, I would love for them to put DLC in this game. Some kind of DLC. So, alright. Until the next Platinum Trophy video, y'all have a good one.